So silly. That woman I picked up outside the mental health facility will be happy to know that migrant pickpockets were not the biggest criminals in the news this week. No, ma'am, it was a crackhead who pickpocketed foreign entities in Ukraine and China and funneled the cash back to his family, who then got pardoned by his dad, allegedly. But seeing as there is zero chance of Joe Biden being awake to watch this right now, we're going to preview some potential pardons for the next president, who is heretofore known as Donnie Pardon, for the remainder of this segment. I'll go through this with the panel one by one. Our first case before the Pardon Committee, Montana man sentenced for cloning a giant sheep. It was an 81-year-old Montana man. He gets 6 months in prison for illegally using tissue and testicles from large sheep to create hybrid sheep for trophy hunting in Texas and Minnesota. What's the deal here? You let him go, you send him away.
Well, he didn't sleep with the sheep, which is big, right? Because in some parts of the country, that would be a thing. No, you keep this guy. Look, we need him for Doge, all right? If we can make more animals cheaper and then feed people, this is good. This is better. I like this guy.
Very convincing. Allie, what say you?
Yeah, I think keep him for sure. Don't send him to prison. Send him to NASA. A guy who can do this stuff. It's
Imagine that.
81 years old.
No, I don't like sending him to NASA, because that sounds like you just want to clone those other rockets that are stuck, those astronauts stuck in space, and lie to people and say we got them back. That sounds shady. Dan, what do you got,
I agree. You got to pardon him. I mean, just the ambition on the 81-year-old to be like, I'm going to make new kinds of sheep.
Yeah.
You know, like, why?
When was the last time we got a bonus sheep? You know what I mean? It was Dolly the sheep, right? And since this is kind of a Dolly Parton parody of Donnie Parton, he's off the hook.
Off the hook.
You are free, Montana man. Case number 2. New Mexico man busted for swapping barcodes at Walmart.
Yeah, this guy's a genius.
And that's what he's accused of doing. He's shoplifting sports trading cards at Walmart by taping over the expensive barcodes with ones of items worth only a few dollars. This guy fought the ground war, and he would scan the new barcode and walk out. What do you say?
I say, look, this guy, again, hire him for Doge. He's so cheap, and he does it with cutoff jeans and flip-flops. Go in there and save some money for the government. I mean, if the government walk into Walmart and spend $4,000 on a hammer, this guy's like, I'm putting a $1.99 scanner on that, baby, and saving the taxpayers money. Elon, Vivek, hire this guy. Pardon him.
I love that he shouted out the jean shorts and flip-flops, because as a Pennsylvania, that's an homage to Fetterman. Your senator. How he goes to Congress. Do you let him out, or you throw him away?
Pardon him for sure. Most people are just walking out with their goods in New York.
That is true.
Yeah, he's putting work in.
He's not strong-arming like in California, Danny, which would create an unsafe atmosphere.
Yeah.
This is a guy stealing without you knowing he's stealing. Isn't he showing us respect?
I mean, he's kind of doing the thing where you're at the self-checkout and you're like, you have a thing of like salmon and you just like scan a banana. You know, one of those deals. I would say not pardon him, but commute his sentence. Maybe somewhere in between there.
Okay, this is
he was doing a little too much.
This is the one thing I resent, and this is why he's not getting off the hook. This is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Which means this guy could get a job.
Right.
Okay, if you've put 12 hours a day into shoplifting, you could have been working in that Walmart by the time you left with that Tony Gwynn rookie card. You know what I mean? Throw him away. Guy number 3, here we go. It's a Florida woman arrested for getting hostile over dipping sauce at a Raising Cane's. Got violent. They failed to include 8 sauces in her mobile pickup order, which, by the way, is already a disturbing amount of sauce.
It's a lot of sauce.
Where do you weigh in?
She was pretty sauced, obviously, on this.
Bang, there it is.
No pardon for her, absolutely not. She was destructive and violent. And by the way, my gosh, I mean, how much sauce do you need for chicken, right?
Yeah, there's something else going on here.
There's a taste bud issue, which I'm thinking she's high as a kite.
Are you concerned, Allie, though? This is one of those TikTok trends where, you know, people were putting honey on their junk on TikTok. Are you concerned that they're getting honey barbecue into the mix?
No, why not? Do it up. Put it on TikTok. Let's go. I think you pardon her again and put her in a commercial for Cane's if the sauce is that good.
Everybody.
Blanket pardons.
Go ahead, Danny. What do you think?
I'm I mean, have you ever gone to fast food? You ever go get something and then like you get a drink and they forget to give you the straw?
Yes.
You're like, no. Not only are we pardoning her, we're arresting the people who work there who didn't give her sauce.
What's worse? They forget to give you the straw, or they give you the paper straw?
No straw. You're
I never even drink out of the cup. The paper straw you can't drink out of anything.
Like, I'm a slob. You ever get takeout and then you're driving in your car and you're trying to
fair.
I'm sorry. You guys are all wrong here. Remember, Joe Pesci told us they F you at the drive-thru. Know what you're expecting.
Wow.
Get out of the store and walk in, all right?
That being said, I throw her away in jail. I don't think I would forgive this at Popeyes. You don't get violent in Cane's, okay? You don't. With Popeyes, you kind of go in the Popeyes because you want to work on your hand speed. You know what I mean? All right.
She'll get a lot of dipping sauce in prison.
That's enough out of you. Case number 4. Dirtbag. I love you, man. Florida man arrested for DUI after crashing into a patrol vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I'm going to bat lead off here, okay? We got to put him in jail because if you give a guy like this a slap on the wrist, you're actually not helping him out because he's not learning.
Yeah.
You can't hit a cop car.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Can we just agree and move on to the next one?
Move on.
Because I don't know.
I don't
Who
think
are we?
anyone.
No, this is not a serious show on any level.
I wouldn't
Miss
even-
Mercy over here is not pardoning him.
I'm putting him in jail. Yeah, exactly.
When you hit a cop?
Yeah. I mean, come
hit a cop
on,
car.
man.
Like,
he hit
you're
a
an
cop
idiot.
car. Even if it was the cop in the Village People.
Right.
You can't hit a cop. If it was Paw Patrol.
If it was kindergarten
show
cop,
some
you're
respect
still-
to the
yeah.
boys in
Thank
blue.
you. Thank you.
Case number 4, Florida man forgets to hide cocaine before calling police. So here's the deal. Teenagers were aggravating and harassing this man. He calls the cops to the house, but leaves his cocaine out.
Yeah.
What do you do here?
Well, look, I mean, Hunter forgot to hide his Ukraine money and still got a pardon. So I say you pardon this guy. Look, I mean, he was calling for assistance and he left some things out. What are you going to do? I mean,
Because he is the victim of a crime
he's
here.
the victim of a crime. And
Allie?
I think pardon him. Like you said, if Hunter got pardoned, this is basically the same
She's the
crime.
most forgiving person in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Someone date Allie Breen.
Yeah.
You can get away with it.
No, this is
You
totally
can hit
fine.
a cop car. You can beat up a clerk. It doesn't even matter. Pull the coke out.
There was another story that was similar to this where the guy did the cocaine in front of the cops to get rid of it. So at least he's not doing that. That's how he gets.
there's no evidence. You can't arrest me.
Totally.
Danny, what do you do?
I would say pardon him because, like, look, he doesn't work at the White House, but, you know.
This is why you pardon him, okay?
Feel bad.
Because if you really did lock up every 54-year-old man in Florida doing cocaine, we'd have an overcrowding problem in prison.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
that's pretty much the entire town of Davie, Florida is now in prison. So we got to move on with our lives.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.